So you guys loved the jarred sauce marinara taste test 1 and 2. James, you loved it too, right?
Yeah, it's really fun.
So today we're going to do vodka sauce taste test. We had so many requests for that one coming up right now. So a little ground rules in case you didn't see the jarred sauce marinara. In that one, we used pasta for the taste test. Today, we're just going to do the bowl of vodka sauce. Me and James are just going to share one bowl. We have some bread here in case we want to do a little dipping or stuff like that. James, you don't have to eat the whole bowl of vodka sauce. Yeah. You don't have to eat a piece of bread between each one.
Yeah, I know.
We're doing 8 sauces today.
8 sauces. So I'm excited for this one. I've never consumed a jarred vodka sauce in my life. Have you, James?
No.
That makes it even better. Everything was bought by us. These are just our opinions. James is not a professional taste tester, nor am I. As much as he thinks he is.
He's like, speak for yourself.
All right, guys, we're starting. So here is number 1. We don't know what these are. And James, cheers.
Cheers.
All right. James, what was your rating?
My rating was a 5.
Okay.
I actually thought it was good. If there isn't like one that's like extremely better than this, I'm probably gonna give it a 6. But for now, considering this is the first one out of all of them, I'm gonna give it a 5. Just so I can get it like right there, because I like it, but I don't like it like enough.
I give it a 3. It tastes very artificial to me. It definitely tastes like a dried Italian seasoning again, dried basil, I think. Don't like any of those. I don't think they belong in any food ever. Fresh basil, guys. Fresh parsley. I taste almost an artificial cheese taste to it as well.
I do taste that. I still like it though.
Now, I don't know if it's artificial. It could be like real. Going out on a limb here, that the way this one tastes, there has to be better ones than this. On to number 2. Tyra doesn't want to be on camera today. She's bringing them in between for us on each one. She just brought out sauce number 2. Cheers again. And so we can't see inside the label too. She's crumbled up some paper, so we don't know. We want to make this really a blind test.
It has a weird aftertaste, right?
Yeah, and it tastes completely different than the previous one.
This one is weird. It had like a really good taste at first, and it just had like a really strange aftertaste.
I disagree. I don't think it ever had a good taste. What do you got?
I gave it a 2.
You gave it a 2.
I don't like it.
Well, I gave it a 10. I was fooling you. Just kidding. I gave it a 2. Wouldn't that have been weird if I gave it a 10?
I don't know how to explain it.
I can't pinpoint it either. It doesn't taste pleasant to me. Texture's off. Texture can be like this and still be good. There's no really chunks from anything in here. It tastes artificial. Nothing more to say. Let's go to number 3. Okay, we're on to number 3. James, what do you think of this one, right?
Yeah, this one looks like a marinara.
It does. It has very little cream or pinkish color to it.
Doesn't taste like vodka sauce.
It doesn't taste like vodka sauce, but it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, exactly, but like...
That's exactly what I wrote.
That's what you wrote?
I had to double check the label and make sure I got the right thing.
You know what this tastes like? This tastes like a good sauce to be with meatballs.
It does.
It does, kind of.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I think if I'm judging it, though, on being a vodka sauce...
You know what? If you're gonna use this one, you can add your own cream and maybe a little bit of white wine.
Or vodka, I guess.
And doctor it up.
There's a lot of questions about this in the last one. Can you doctor up a sauce? I answered a couple of the questions on YouTube. I was just like, no. You know how you do that, guys? You add 4 cans of Cento or Sclafani crushed tomatoes into it, but all you're doing then is diluting it, and I don't think you want to be left with 150 ounces of sauce. So I don't think that would be a way of helping you. This one, on the other hand, though, Tyra's right. It just needs a little bit of cream. Anyway, James, write your score. We're not doing halves or quarters anymore. That was a big complaint, so we're not going to do that.
I give it the same rating as another one.
Yes.
What did it get, James?
I gave it a 2 again.
You gave it a 2, huh? I gave this a 5, and I actually almost went to a 6.
This one also looks like a little red. Like, not as red as the last one.
Oh, yeah, very on the loose side here.
I only taste bread.
I'm just laughing at your reactions.
I'm like, I don't even know what to say about that one.
I don't even taste anything.
I didn't think it was bad. I think it reminded me of like a tomato soup from a can.
That's exactly what it reminds me of. It reminds me of tomato soup. Oh my God.
That's exactly what it tastes like.
Tastes like Campbell's tomato soup.
Yeah, yep. Maybe with like a little touch of cream in it, but...
I gave it a 1.
You gave it a 1, huh? I gave it a 2. I just don't want to give anything a 1. We already kind of said what it was. If this was tomato soup, I would be like, that's a pretty good tomato soup. Wouldn't you say the same thing, Tara?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're on to number 5. James, cheers.
Cheers.
This one looks very different.
Looks like it has a lot of stuff in it.
This one's really good. This one's got a little spice in it, too.
I gave it a 10.
I gave it a 9. The only reason I didn't give it a 10 is because we still have more to go. This one's really good. Like, this doesn't taste anything like a jarred sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
This might be like Victoria again.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it has a lot of garlic and onions that are actually, like, pieces in here. And actually tomato pieces, too.
Actually looks like vodka sauce.
As far as, like, taste in here, I taste just a few ingredients. Like, I taste the tomato. I taste the cream. I taste definitely a lot of texture from the garlic and onions. It has a little bit of spice.
The texture is great. Like,
you taste a little spice in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the other ones, they were like loose. This one's perfect.
On to number 6.
Oh.
No. No way. Anyway, what'd you give it?
I gave it a 1. Like, first of all, it doesn't even taste like vodka sauce.
1.
I'm like choking on all the dry basil and ingredients in there.
There's a lot of dry basil in there. That's not even my worst complaint. The texture's off. I'm tasting like that they have tomato juice in here and tomato chunks. I also taste dried herbs in here. Dried basil. I taste dried, like the Italian seasoning. Anytime those ingredients get into one of these sauces, it always ruins it. Like, almost always. In fact, not almost. It 100% always ruins it. All right, James, what do we got here?
It looks loose.
Way better than the previous one.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this one. It's very, very confusing.
I gave it a 3. I think the one that I gave a 5, I'm going to have to bump down to a 4. The one that I gave a 5 is only like a tiny bit better than this.
That was the first one. Yeah.
I do think you're actually right for remembering it. I think this one's definitely better than the first one. I gave it a 5, guys. Definitely has artificial flavors in it. It's similar to the first one. That's what you're thinking of, James, is a cheese. They both have like a lot of cheese flavor in it. On to number 8, the final one.
Kind of tastes like the last one. Don't you taste like the artificial cheese again?
Yeah.
I thought it also tasted really similar to the last one.
Maybe I'm being too critical today. I'm giving all really low ratings.
I agree.
What did you give it, James?
I gave it a 4.
That's what I'm giving it. And I mean, to be honest with you guys, my 4s, my 5s, my 3s, I mean, on any other... Yeah, every day it could go the wind could blow the other way.
So guys, I'm going to throw a little curveball at you. So I know initially I told you we were going to do 8. There's actually one more that we're going to do. I threw a mystery sauce somewhere in here.
So this is number 9. There's no more than this, right? This is the last one?
No, this is the last one.
The reveal is what's fun. We get to find out what they are, and we don't know what they are. Yeah, super heavy cheese. It's not bad, I mean, but it's high cheese.
I agree. I actually had really high hopes for this one because when I saw it, I thought it looked really good. And then I tasted it and I felt like I was like getting hit in the face with cheese.
Yeah, I would be surprised if this one of the top ingredients is not cheese in this one.
Yeah.
That being said, it still tastes better than a lot of the other ones. I feel bad. I mean, guys, I only gave one thing above a 5. I don't think there's going to be a round 2 of the vodka sauce challenge either. There's a bigger moral I think you can draw from both this test and the 2 jarred marinaras. Make your own sauce, guys.
I don't really care about how much cheese is in it. I give it a 6.
Okay, I gave it a 4. I mean, I was actually maybe gonna give it a 5.
Because it tasted better than all the other ones. It's just like the cheese. If like they didn't have all the cheese, we'll probably get like an 8.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
Let's find out what these are. All right, guys, so the reveal. This is the worst, and this is the best.
These are based on combined scores from both of you. And actually, I will point out that 1, 7, and 8 all tied with a total of 8 points.
All right. Okay.
This is Whole Foods 365 creamy vodka sauce. It was $2.69, so extremely affordable. We all kind of agreed that it didn't taste like vodka sauce at all, really.
Yeah, it did.
And I think you guys tasted, you said dried basil, but I'm wondering if there is dried basil.
I'm kind of surprised considering that we just had the pizza and the pizza was really good.
There is dried basil in this,
Okay, yeah.
but it's the last ingredient, so it's not like it's the first ingredient.
I tasted a lot.
Well, that's because it's so strong. Dried basil is super strong and it tastes nothing like fresh basil.
Yeah.
When you dry it, it tastes nothing like basil anymore. It tastes like spearmint also. Just a horrible, horrible taste. You know, a lot of horrible dried herbs are sold at stores and you don't have to buy them. And you definitely don't have to put them in your food. I'm never going to let that go, guys. Pasteurized heavy cream, extra virgin olive oil, a lot of other things, cow's milk, cheese cultures. I'm not going to read them all, guys, but one common theme I noticed with the sauces that weren't good for the marinara was the tomato juice. So I don't know if that's going to hold true here. Let's reveal number 2.
Cucina Antica. And this was the one that we all thought tasted a little like tomato soup.
How much was it?
$7.59.
So huge difference in price. There's not a lot of ingredients in here. Chopped tomatoes, heavy cream, fresh onions, pecorino, extra virgin olive oil, salt, vodka, basil, white pepper, black pepper, citric acid, fresh basil. These are good ingredients. This is exactly what I put in my
It
vodka
just
sauce.
doesn't taste like vodka sauce. It tastes like tomato soup. Classico.
Classico.
So Classico.
Classico makes the return.
Classico was $3.59. And James, you guys both rated this one a 2.
Very strong cheese smell again, right?
Yeah.
I see tomato juice in that one again.
The ingredients are tomato puree, tomato paste, tomatoes in juice, tomato juice, citric acid, calcium chloride.
We don't have to read them all. I mean, yeah. Tomato juice, that's a common thing I believe in the lower ones, so I guess I'm confirming it that these both have it. All right, James, you're going to pull off number 4.
Yeah. All right. Yes,
So this is Rayo's. This was $10.29.
Ooh.
And this was the one that we all thought was really good, but we didn't think it tasted like vodka sauce at all.
Okay. Yeah.
It was good. This is the perfect sauce for meatballs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would, James. Whole peeled tomatoes, olive oil, Parmesan cheese, whey, Romano cheese. Okay, so they put in parm and pecorino. Onions, salt, garlic, basil, black pepper, vodka, oregano. I think, like, if I was to make my own and jar it, vodka would be much higher up on the list, and the wine. There's no cream in here at all. So that's why it has no cream look to it.
Yeah.
Doesn't taste like vodka sauce, but does taste good. What did I give it again?
A 5, and James gave it a 2.
I think the problem was the cream that had no cream in it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it did have cream, it would probably taste like vodka sauce.
So guys, 1, 7, and 8 all received a combined score of 8 based on your ratings.
All right.
Botticelli was $7.29. Hoboken Farms, $9.99. Victoria, $8.49.
I don't really remember too much about any of these. And guys, this is not a lot of science here. Here, James, you smell this?
That one smells pretty good.
This one has a good smell.
I tasted a lot of oregano in the Botticelli, so I'm actually curious if there was oregano in there.
Let me read it. And there's not too many ingredients. Italian tomatoes, milk cream, dehydrated cheese mix, onion, extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, sunflower oil, vodka, Parmesan cheese, sheep's milk cheese, which is, pecorino or whatever, garlic, acidity regulator, lactic acid, black pepper, oregano. I thought it wasn't bad, that one, I think. James, let's refresh your memory on this one.
Doesn't really have a smell.
Hoboken Farms. Oh, Hoboken, local.
I liked this one. I thought this one was good.
Hoboken Farms, tomato heavy cream, fresh onions, extra virgin, olive oil, fresh garlic parm, Romano, fresh garlic, sea salt, vodka, citric acid, black pepper, butter, fresh basil. That has a good smell.
Oh, there's like barely any ingredients. The ingredients are whole tomatoes and juice, onions, olive oil, Parmesan and Romano cheese, whey protein concentrate, sea salt, garlic, basil, spices, and vodka.
Okay. What do we got?
Bertolli.
See, guys, you thought that I kept rating the high-end brands as the only ones. This is not a high-end brand. I don't want to be insulting. What I mean is Bertolli will never have a $10 price tag on the jar.
Bertolli was $3.29. Gave it a 6, and Jim gave it a 4.
Okay, so I still had higher ratings in this one.
Rayo's, you gave a 5.
Okay.
But that was the only other one. Oh, and Hoboken Farms, you also gave a 5.
There you go.
But I'm going off of the combined rating
Okay.
of you and James.
I don't want people to think that, like,
No, but you and James both have equal weight with your...
We do. We have equal weight with everything. He pays the bill, half the bill when we go out to sushi. James, go ahead.
Okay, so you're not going to find a label on this one because it is not something that was purchased in a grocery store. Jim, this is your homemade vodka sauce.
I thought it was mine. I was pretty sure. I didn't want to like say it on there at that point. Honestly, the initial thing, I didn't. I thought it was like one of the premium brands that they had like chunks of the garlic and onion in it. Oh man. Oh man. Look, there's only like 6 ingredients in that, and they're fresh. There's San Marzano tomatoes in that one, but I make it often without them. Cream, vodka, white wine, just fresh basil, no other herbs. And I think that batch I put Calabrian chili paste in it too. So I made it a little spicy.
Even this one, which was like the second highest.
Oh no, they're not even.
I think the moral of the story here is that
To make your own sauce.
make your own vodka sauce. If you must start with a jarred marinara, I think that's probably doable. And then you doctor it up and you add some heavy cream. But I think it's really difficult to
jar cream
jar
to keep
cream.
cream and cheese
Yeah.
in a jar
and
for,
you know,
for
I know
2 years.
You know, folks are asking that we do an Alfredo sauce.
God, I'm worried about that one.
I'm worried about that too, but I think that's going to be interesting also. And every time I buy these jars, I hold out hope that there's going to be like this one shining star that's going to just, blow us away.